Wow. All right.
I said, "Wow."
Hey, we're live on this testing thing. So while we're just people are if anybody actually comes in here, I'm actually going to go over to the TV and see what it says because I think it'll be pretty cool if people are able to see me and you and Fig live.
Well, yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool?
This is a USB port.
What is a USB port? Oh, yes. Are you actually are you plugged in and
I am. It's not even a. There's Paul. There's Megan. It's not even a port. It's a connection. I saw Mike's like 18 memes.
so
I'm ripping my ass a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So the live is actually available on YouTube on the hashtag Son of Liberty Radio.
Paul says we plug shit in, and Megan says can't hear you.
I think they're I think they're trying to fuck with you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Here, let me unmute my TV.
I was gonna say, want me to mute myself?
Says can't hear you.
I think they're I think they're trying to fuck with you. Okay, so that solves that question. Testes. 1, 2, 3. Testes. Polyp.
This is a male jack.
So yeah, hey, it actually works.
This is a female jack.
Now what did I do? Something's wrong here.
I don't know. Paul, keep him in line, will you?
Hey, Paul, go to the YouTube channel and make a comment. I want to see something. So the StreamYard that we're using actually has a feature that allows us to see your comments on Facebook. And since I added YouTube, I'm wondering, are we going to be able to see the comments made on YouTube? Because I can go over here and showcase Megan Gary Blafkin's "I Hear You Now" from Facebook, and I'm just I'm just wondering if the YouTube comments are going to populate in the same place. It will be so super phenomenal and easy for poor me to try to have to, instead of trying to have to track multiple chat rooms at the same time.
Well, in my defense, it won't be easy for me either because I can't figure out how to plug in my own microphone.
Well, you did figure it out after Mike just showed up. Like Mike
that's all he did.
Mike hadn't even said anything yet. But Mike showed up and he was like, and then you said, "Hey, it works."
Hey.
All right. See, now the comment from YouTube is, are you seeing the LabWorks comment?
I am, and I see the little YouTube
so
icon.
There's a little YouTube thing there.
Fucking
and there's LabWorks testing and commenting. So cool. So all you people that have like smart TVs and Roku boxes and has the YouTube app on your TV, you can actually watch us
from the comfort of your own bedrooms,
or for your fapping pleasure. When Fig is here, you can fap to Fig's hair.
I might have to just take a couple weeks off.
You couldn't do it. My camera, I move shit around.
Thank you, Mr. Blaymar. Sir?
And my green screen is too dark right now, so there's a little bit of fuzz back there on my green screen. It's going to drive me nuts.
And hi, Tanya, and happy 420 for those who partake.
I know, right? Fappity, fap. Yeah.
That's pretty slick, man.
I'm very there's Figster. I am very pleasantly surprised at the commenting from both points of distribution. How about that?
This is a male jack.
What's up?
What's up, Figgy?
What's up, yo?
He's speechless. Look at him. What is that, candy?
There, see, Paul Blumire even called you Fignaldo.
Aldo.
And
what's going on here?
He's fapping to Figmaldo. See?
I've determined that everybody can watch on their TVs now on YouTube and just fap to your hair.
Figmaldo.
I tell you, the older you get, the dirtier you become.
It's tough. 420 all month. He started it.
Are you live on the internet?
I'm live on the Facebooks and on the YouTubes.
On the YouTubes.
On the YouTubes. So I was one of the things I was worried and concerned about was whether or not people, since we're using this new thing. So if you look in the comments on the live comments thing, it actually shows you or tells you where the comments are coming from.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that.
Based on the iconography thing. So that's cool. You know, love the way you can pull comments on two platforms. Yes, that's what I was wondering. That's what I was hoping. Even though I have actually no followers on my YouTube page, but there's only actually one video on there. So it's not like there should be any followers on there. But
so
now,
can they see that it's either one?
Message me the link for the thingamabobber for the
thingamabobber.
Yeah.
For the smoke or for the YouTube thing here. I'll put it in the StreamYard so that everybody can go and subscribe. And then I'll put it in the smoke free. There we go.
I've got to decide on whether or not I'm okay with that.
You go right ahead.
In what capacity, sir?
Well, I mean, just being honest, it's one thing here on Facebook land.
Yeah.
And it wasn't my intention trying to be an ass. For example, we're going to speak differently if we are being broadcast on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's why I asked.
Yeah, we're not going to be on Twitter because I only can do two platforms. So I could alternate Facebook one week or Facebook and YouTube one week and then Facebook and Twitter the other week. But from what I can see on the Periscope, a lot of people don't attract a long form viewing is not really as big on Periscope. Twitch is one of those places that a lot of people are going, but I already had a YouTube channel already set up. So this was just convenient for me.
So not on, doesn't Smoke Free Radio have a YouTube?
Demetrius might have one called Smoke Free Radio, but that's his.
Gotcha.
I don't know that he does. Because when we auto shared the podcast, it always went to his personal YouTube.
Gotcha.
So this is just one that I had already, and it was already set up. So I can rename it any damn thing I want. But this is just temporary to see if it even worked.
Pretty cool. Yeah,
Tanya says Twitch is where it's at. So I don't know. I mean, maybe I might get a Twitch account. I just wanted to see how seamless this was. It appears to be very seamless.
Now, is that Tanya or Tanya? I mean,
I said Tanya.
Have a difficult time pronouncing the names of ladies, which is appropriate. I mean, you are married, so
Tanya. How do you actually say your name? Because Tanya is TonyA.
So is Tanya.
No, that's Tanya.
No.
You can refer to me as Delta Dawn.
Not.
Delta Dawn. What's that?
What's that hair app you have on?
Fucking Kev.
What?
I mean, there was really no announcement or no big important stuff to talk about. I just really wanted to get on and fiddle with this thing, and I'm kind of happy. there's a little bit of a lag to Facebook, but
Tanya, like Tanya Tucker.
See, Tanya.
I like this platform. Like one of the things that I am not enjoying. I am not enjoying the sharing audio.
What do you mean?
No?
So
it's in the exact same spot as it was on the other platform.
So let me.
If you share screen and you click the share audio or share sound, it's exactly in the same spot.
All right, well, I have a video here that I'll try.
Make sure you click that little checkbox that we always forget to check. I did it on Saturday, so.
I forgot to plug my microphone in.
All right, so share screen. Application. I don't see it. Is it on that?
When you hit the share screen, the very first thing on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, when you first hit the share screen button,
nope,
is a little check mark that says share audio.
All right, so the first one I have is I have screen sharing tips, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Some screens let you share audio. Look for the share audio checkbox on the next window, okay?
It's in the bottom left-hand corner. It's exactly where it was with Zoom.
All right, so don't do anything yet.
No.
All right, so I have it in the backstage, but
right.
I
you
have
told me not to click on it.
Huh?
You told me not to click on it, so I didn't click on it.
Well, no, I was looking to see if there's something else. Is the share audio on the next screen? Is that what you're saying?
So, okay, so I hit the share screen and it comes up to a little applet window with it says share on your screen, and it says share, or it says your entire screen. Then there's a tab that says application window. Or
hey, Tanya, you want to talk smack? You know, this is not Zoom. Get it right. This is not Zoom.
So on the little tab that says share your entire screen, on the bottom left-hand corner, there's a little checkbox that says share audio.
All right, I'm gonna try it again, but I don't want to share the whole screen.
No, but once you click that, then you can click on the other tab.
I don't have that though, jackass.
All right, let me take a picture of this because I think you're being an idiot.
I told him the same thing last week. But my mic was unplugged, so it could be that
it could be that he didn't hear you because your damn mic was not turned on.
It was just me.
All right. I'm going to send it to you.
I'm going to try it too.
All right, so where is it?
In the picture that I just sent you?
Yeah.
In the bottom left-hand corner of that applet window.
Look at the picture you sent me again there, jackass.
I'm looking right at it, dumbass. Here. Let me open it so that everybody in the chat room can see it.
First and foremost, you sent it in the wrong thing. No, that one that I just received, I do not have that.
That's what I get.
Yep, I don't have that. So apparently it's only you.
That's what I said. I'm not even getting into Chrome since you knew that.
So
I've never been where he's at.
That apology at any time.
And spell his name right.
Let me see if there's a preference or something.
That's F-I-J-G.
Oh, no.
He's waiting, Patrick.
He can wait until he turns purple.
Kiss my ass. No, I don't have that, dude.
Huh.
Tanya said she's fine. Mark said it's better than your regular show.
No, she's fine.
We were busting each other's chops.
20, Tanya.
So, yeah. We maybe just will have to set up a Dropbox with the videos that you want to share with audio then until we figure it out.
I don't want to.
Nope, that just means that Kevin, we get to continue being ancillary.
Is that like fuck nuts?
Well, here's what we can do, Kevin. We'll do the first hour with the Son of Liberty. It's kind of funny that the Son of Liberty is controlling, right? But we'll do the first hour with him, and then we'll jump off and get back into Zoom so that you and I can share chat.
Though, I have to
tell him what to do.
Phil shared screen on the Saturday show, and it had sound.
Does he have a paid account? I don't have a paid account.
He doesn't have an account with StreamYard at all. This was the first time he'd seen it. So, yeah.
In all seriousness, there's probably some sort of there's a checkbox somewhere.
I'm looking at all of the preferences right now, my friend.
Let me see. Share screen. Your browser blocked your screen, so I'm on Firefox's Wi, so I don't care.
Wait. No, let's come back. Just leave it there. Change your name now to Blowser. Blowser Kev.
Well, how do I change my name?
You have to do that when you first sign in.
Yeah. Oh, well, see, there you go. There you go.
What browser are you using, Big?
Huh?
What browser are you using?
Chrome.
That's the same one I'm using. So
Is that 2 syllables?
Chrome.
Chrome. I'm in California, so the Spanish version is Chrome.
Chica.
Let's go to settings. No. General. There's no settings.
Don't just stand there.
Let's get
I will tell you, one of the things that is kind of annoying is my camera. It's like a different aspect ratio in StreamYard than in Zoom. So, literally, I have my camera freaking 9 inches from my face.
Well, mine's like a whole arm away from my face. I don't know how I don't really
It'll be about the same as before. Oh, you're funny.
19 inches.
I'm about 15. Did you say you are Fig? 9?
Maybe you need to go into your camera preferences and change your shit.
Truth.
Rub it, make it bigger.
Oh Lord.
I can't help it.
What is this? I did send a really funny tweet earlier I was kind of proud of.
I suggest you share it.
Oh, well, I will share it. Here, let me go to my Twitter. So that I felt this was pretty good. Here, I'll go over here. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
That's right.
There you go.
I'm glad I'm a speed reader. I love the word ogle.
Well, I mean, come on. Parents Against Vaping, PAVE, they shared this damn UCSF bullshit.
Yeah.
And I just felt like I needed to.
I'm actually using a meme from his blog, which I never thought I would do, about the Sinar Amendment. But it's already there, so why not?
So did you find the settings?
Yes, I know exactly where the settings. I
Nothing
click on the
there.
settings. There's not a single thing on the settings for shared screen audio at all.
And yes, in the middle of a crazy world, the House passed a flavor ban.
Which drives me crazy. Even if I go over here to edit and click the edit button that lets me change some of the stuff for like where it's broadcast, nothing for share screen. If I go to my share screen, there's no like preferences for even changing the shared screen settings. So, I mean, you like I said, I'll set up a folder and you tell me what tabs you want me to share and I'll just share them. It's fine. Like Kevin did his tweets the other day. He just put them all in the private chat.
Yeah, it's just annoying because the flow,
Well, I think sometimes when Kevin's sharing and when you're sharing, it interrupts the flow sometimes. Having one person controlling, producing, I think is probably not a bad idea. It gets a little chaotic at times. So it might be okay. We just need to try it.
I'm all for chaos. Fig's still looking for his button.
nope.
Nope. If you have a flow problem, see
We'll
your doctor.
let producer Pat, deal with that.
Well,
Paul says if you have a flow problem, see your doctor.
Side effects include seeing your doctor.
It's just annoying,
I think if you go into your camera settings, I have to go into my camera settings to change the zoom for my camera. What I'm getting private messages over here from another group. I should put those on screen.
No.
I don't think the participants in that would appreciate that.
No.
Well, don't just stand there. Is must be checking out his camera settings.
Meanwhile, Jerry's been silenced.
Yes. I did see a tweet in regards to that earlier this evening.
In fact, I will link that in the chat.
Hey, you could share screen as long as there's no sound.
No, I can't on this browser.
Oh, that's right. You're using Thunder Chicken.
Yeah, Thunder Chicken.
Or Firefox.
That's right. Copy link. It's only in the Facebook because I'm not on YouTube.
Oh, the camera.
There.
Earthquake. What the hell is that? Oh,
that's annoying is what it is.
No, I'm looking at the comment.
I literally have 12 feet of fucking green screen.
Well, just move it a little closer.
Yeah.
Or move your desk backwards.
No, it's just annoying. Está muy annoying.
You found it. I'm the one that liked it.
Oh no, understand. I still like it. It's just there are little things, little peccadillos that
Don't be talking about little peckers.
Peccadillos, jackass.
Peccadillos.
Jeez,
Oh,
Wow, that was a really long link.
It was. That's why I was going. What the f?
There, that's better. You can change those if you didn't know.
You can, I know. Now, this is a Twitter question.
Okay.
Used to be you could use an URL shortener to shorten your URLs.
Yes.
But now when I try to do that on Twitter, it doesn't let me.
I haven't tried that in years. There was a URL shortener.
Yeah, Google had a URL shortener. And
I'll
even
try
if I use it right now, like when I try to post a Google, maybe it's because it's Google.
It could be.
It no longer lets me. I'm assuming now that links don't actually count as characters. Did I hear that at one point that they were gonna?
Don't think they do. Let me check.
But
I don't think they do or graphics do anymore.
I think that's why they disallowed the URL shortener. It screwed up their analytics.
Okay, so I have 280. I don't think it does anymore.
Where was I going? That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was doing until.
Yeah, so Jerry got pushed to the sidelines
Yep, he got benched.
after being on ABC, CBS, NBC,
Yeah, after he screwed up multiple times.
running his mouth. He hasn't been in too many of the daily alert stuff either.
Yeah.
And Azar has been silent as well, mostly. So I think they finally shut him up. Paul has a short URL at.
Yeah, see, I just went and copied and pasted the URL that you had posted, and it's much shorter. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep.
I changed it in Facebook, but it did not change on here, which is strange. Wow, unicorns and butterflies and rainbows and the hell.
And they're giving credit. They're giving credit to the Big Mama speech is the thing that got him benched.
Yeah. Which that's fine. Oh.
I think Blamar needs to unmute himself though.
Straighten up, fly right.
He probably didn't plug his shit in.
I've always got my shit plugged in.
I won't even touch that.
Don't
in, not
go.
up. All right.
Don't go there, Kevin.
Fig's still mad at his screen.
So apparently, when you post a URL that is greater than 23 characters, then Twitter automatically shifts to a T.co service for shortening the lengths of the link.
There you go. See?
So there you go. What's up, Paul?
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, always learning stuff about this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about a 15-second delay right now. Not bad on the YouTubes. And we all look pretty cool.
Mike had a really good show today for Monday 20, I thought.
I didn't get to notice it. I was at work today. Sean Casey says, "Let's see Smoke Free Radio 7 nights a week. I'll pay $2 per episode."
$2 per episode.
Well, it's like
wait. Dot the T, cross the I. 14 divided by 3. Fuck, that's still a lot more we're getting paid now for it.
I get a raise.
I'll go for a raise.
Yeah. I mean, literally, we're getting paid zilch. It's actually costing money.
I mean, I had to fundraise for Patrick to get on his show. You know,
that's true. I mean, technically, not true, but because I had already gotten the fundage, and then you stepped in.
What is that?
That's a spinner. He's going back to 2016.
No, this was
spinner.
It's funny how the green screen messes with it.
Oh, now he's
And free booze. Hey,
Sean's on to something now. If we had a booze fund, a booze fund,
I don't know. Sean's a high roller. We might
I might be able to get a couple bottles of Whistle Pig out of this.
we might need to get some liver transplant funding too.
Gentlemen,
Monkey
let's
shoulder,
not
and Whistle Pig.
let's not settle at 2. Let's go to 3, and then we'll back up to 2.
All right.
Amanda Wheeler says, "What the hell? It's not Friday."
Yes, it is.
We don't care. We're NUTO.
It is Friday.
Did you not see the name of the video that you clicked on?
She's on Arizona time, so
She thinks it's Friday.
we should talk about Arizona. Like they had a pretty crazy protest today.
Did they?
Was it one of those like anti-stay-at-home protests?
Yeah, this one was kind of wild though, man, because nobody had masks on. Like they were seriously
That's just like the one in Kentucky.
they were seriously being true to what they were protesting, right? So I thought that was actually I think we're all going to get sick.
The Kentucky protest the other day was just like that too. They were standing right beside each other. Some of them were like shoulder to shoulder, no masks or nothing. Crazy. They're all going to get the COVIDs.
It's COVID fever instead of cabin fever.
They're all going to get the COVIDs. Now, Sean says that he wants the distribution rights to the smoke-free radio drinking board game.
Done. Done.
You have to actually design the board game and manufacture the board game and
I want to
pay
be the
for
race
the
car.
production of the board game, and then we'll give you the distribution, but you have to give us our cut.
Amanda, I read that as AZ de Gaff. Then I had to come back and realize that it was not de Gaff.
The gaff.
Oh, I've had a total office day for the most part today.
I was at work all day.
Wait, it's Monday?
I sent you.
No,
I know. I'm trying to open it. The YouTube is, or not YouTube.
Nick, I appreciate that.
Facebook is being screwy. I don't. Here, now we got it. Let's go over here. There we go. La la la.
All right. I only had a short while, but now I got to go. We're
Well, at least
going to
stay
go.
for the video that you shared.
Huh?
I said at least stay for the video that you shared.
Oh, you're welcome. That was that's just like a 22-second clip, and I'll set it up a little bit. So first and foremost, if you guys don't tune in to Smoke Free Radio on Mondays, I highly recommend it.
Monday 20.
Monday 20, Mike, James Jarvis, and Nick Orlando do a fantastic job kicking off the week on Monday mornings at 10 a.m. East Coast time. Last week they had Tony Abboud on. This week they had Ken Elliott. Ken Elliott is the National Director of State Affairs for the VTA. And even as plugged in as I am, Ken brought really good stuff to the table today. Highly recommend you go watch it. This clip that I sent Patrick, there's one thing that he said in there that really struck home that, people don't think about the fact that, well, I'll let Patrick play the clip and you'll get what I'm trying to say.
Ready?
Yep.
Set, go.
Nick, I appreciate that pitch, and I'll just maybe add a couple of thoughts to that. Number one, the VTA is going to be there for you whether you're a member or not, right? It's a little like public television. You turn the television on and public television is there. But at some point, if somebody's not funding it, it won't be there. Nick, I appreciate that.
The audio is really low.
Yes, huh?
The audio is really low on that.
It was full blast. It was full blast. Let's try it. Here, you listen to the audio.
That pitch, and I'll add a couple of thoughts to that. Number one, the VTA is going to be there for you whether you're a member or not, right? It's a little like public television. You turn the television on and public television is there. But at some point, if somebody's not funding it, it won't be there. Nick,
Was that?
Whatever you just did make it louder, but it's still like it sounds like you're like playing off the TV.
Mm-mm. Let me do it again. Let's see. Come on, damn it.
You probably would need to play a longer video. Than
appreciate that.
I'm going to do this. I want to see something. I'm going to test this thing out. Here we go.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Testes 1, 2, 3. Testes.
Knock the shit down.
Okay, it says here, be careful sharing screen audio. If you have a guest, they will hear themselves. You're sharing everything you hear, including your voice. This won't happen if you share a Chrome tab, since you only share audio from that tab. Okay. So this is a Chrome tab.
We've never allowed any.
All right. Let's see. Chrome tab. The hell is this? Facebook smoke free. This one? Okay. Now let's try it and see if this is different.
And I just sent you a link to some Biden poetry in honor of Sean Casey.
Nick, I appreciate that pitch, and I'll add a couple of thoughts to that. Number one, the VTA is going to be there for you whether you're a member or not, right? It's a little like public television. You turn the television on and public television is there. But at some point, if somebody's not funding it, it won't be there.
That came through a lot better.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm the Chrome, so if you're not muted, when I share an audio that's not a Chrome tab, it's processing all of the audio from all of the guests and this tab at the same time.
Say that again.
Okay, so it said, what it said was, if you're sharing audio from a tab or from a program or from anything other than Chrome, it processes all the audio simultaneously. So if I put all of you back in the backstage and shared a tab and there was nobody else in there, it would only be processing that audio.
Gotcha.
But if all of us are in here and talking during the video, it's obviously going to slow down. So that just means that we need to know how to do it right on the share screen tab and use the Chrome tab. So Chrome is apparently the favorite web browser of StreamYard, because everything seems to be geared that way. Paul's using a different browser, or not Paul. Kevin is using a different browser right now, and it's giving him, saying you can't do this because you're using Firefox.
You can, but you got to go in and give it permissions.
Don't confuse
It's
me.
browser specific. No, I know. You can't plug it in. Don't worry about it.
Regular paper.
So I sent you a link.
Yeah. Except I hate this autoplay bullshit. At 19 seconds is where you want me to start?
Yeah, it's after like Biden goes away. You don't have to play the whole thing, but like in honor of Sean Casey, since he got like crazy political on us when he was on, I think he'd get a kick out of this.
Let me.
Can you make that full screen?
I will. I just need to do that thing there, right there. Boom, boom, boom.
It was actually, quite creative.
We cannot let this. We've never allowed any crisis from the Civil War straight down to the pandemic of 17, all the way around 16. We have never let our democracy 6-second fiddle. Way that we can have a democracy and elections and at the same time correct the public health. Look, the reason why I'm running is because I've been around a long time and I know more than most people know and I can get things done, and that's why I'm running. And you want to check my shape? Let's do push-ups, man. Let's run. Let's do whatever you want to do. You said I said my...
So did the audio on that come across okay?
It came across better.
Yeah. So it's we got to use the share Chrome tab.
Yeah.
Share Chrome tab.
I personally, I think that was just, it's very creative. I thought it was really cool.
He should have been snapping.
Right?
That's it.
No, I can always go back to the this is a shit show. This is not a real show. This is just doing some tests, shooting the breeze, and making fun of Kevin. Welcome to the shit show testing.
And I'm okay with that.
All right.
You're all plugged in now, so that's all. As long as you're not plugged up.
That's right.
All right, I've got a cruise. I got plans at 7. It's a couple of minutes. So good to see you guys, and hopefully you can figure this shit out a little bit better, especially with the banners. We need to get better on the banners. That's the thing that was most exciting to me.
Well, all you have to do is send suggestions, and we'll make the banners that you suggest.
Email is fucking outdated, so just come up with some good shit, Mr. Producer Pat. Later, guys.
See ya.
He's found it. Ed West found it on YouTube.
Uh-oh. Ed's in the room.
There's
Again, here we go.
Now the property value has gone down.
Too funny.
I love Ed.
No, Patrick, it's actually browser-specific audio, and then you got to give permissions from which source you want to feed it.
Nick said, what the hell?
What?
Nick's in the room. What the hell?
What are you yabbering on about, Paul?
Okay. To equally stream the audio, you got to give permission from what source?
No, it doesn't ask you that.
Oh, okay. I thought it was browser-specific audio.
When I just click the share audio tab, it says specifically, this program is designed to work with Chrome. If you share audio from this source, it will be less than good quality. Use the share Chrome tab.
Oh, okay.
That's what I read. I read it on screen just a few minutes ago. There. So Nick doesn't love you, apparently. He only loves me and Kevin Crowley.
No,
Oh,
it
no,
just gets called drop.
if I'm being very specific there, it actually says Patrick Reif and Kevin Crowley hearts. So I'm thinking that he only likes Kevin.
Yeah, well, we've met.
I've met Nick like 100 times. That may be why he didn't give me a heart.
Oh, see.
So the last time I make a 7-hour video for Florida, I didn't get no heart.
That had to be meant for you. Man. Yeah, this is all right. I can share it through the chat, and we'll do that, and that'll be that.
I think it works fine. It's just that, that way I like this a lot, actually. And
Yep.
I'm counting seconds here to see how long it takes for that aliens thing to appear on the screen over there. It's actually starting to be a little bit longer. About 30 seconds now to YouTube.
But that's going from where you are through a landline, through the sky, back down to a landline, back to something else, and then back to the sky, and then back to YouTube.
I'm wondering if I turn on the YouTube on the big screen that's hardwired and not Wi-Fi TV, because that's a Wi-Fi TV. So there's always about a 10-second delay, even on like cable TV. If I'm watching like a TV program.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that, Paul?
Drop bears. It's a drop bear
No,
conundrum.
no, it's actually someone trying to cut a tree down. They don't know what they're doing with the chainsaw.
It sounded very painful. It sounded very painful.
It's a drop bear stampede.
Oh, fuck off, drop bear stampede. Fucking give you drop bear stampede.
I saw this wonderful Aussie video. It was one of those warm-hearted animal videos, and it was some small town pharmacy in some place in Australia, and one of the local koalas decided to take a walk down the sidewalk, and then walked into the drugstore and walked around the drugstore for like half an hour, and everybody was just like fawning over it. Obviously, little kids kept trying to go over there and touch it, and their mommies kept grabbing them. And then finally it just walked out of the drugstore and then back up into the tree, but it just wanted to walk around the drugstore, maybe get some air conditioning or something.
I heard those are crazier than Paul.
Well, that's pretty
They
hard.
can be, yeah.
I mean, Paul's pretty damn crazy.
Crazier than Bruni, then.
Bruni's the most sanest Aussie that I know.
Oh,
He's got you fooled, doesn't he?
Bruni. All right.
He's the
All right,
thunder
that does it.
from down under.
Well, if I can understand what he says.
It is a different accent
No,
thickness.
when we did the Florida video, Bruni came in to like fight for Florida.
Yeah.
And I had to like replay his video like 3 or 4 times until I figured out what he was saying.
You guys have different accents, Paul. Like we have like a Massachusetts, Maine, New York, Connecticut. They're all a little different. Are you guys?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
No, it also depends on 2 other things here in Australia. Whether or not you've been to university and you learn to speak a different way.
Elocution.
Secondly, if you don't live in a city and you live out in the country, it's very, very different. Even friends from Melbourne, they're a little different. Western Australia is way different. And Northern Territory, oh, wow.
Right.
Yeah.
It
is different. It is different.
I have never had a problem listening to, enjoying, or understanding Olivia Newton-John ever.
No comment.
It's just my thing.
Say Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Me?
Yeah, Ed West said say Melbourne.
Yeah, Melbourne. Why? It's not Melbourne.
That's like Worcester in Massachusetts is actually Worcester.
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 Yeah. Worcester. No.
Worcestershire. Worcestershire.
Melbourne.
Yeah, Melbourne.
That's right.
Melbourne.
That's what I said.
I said it right. I said it right.
It's all right.
Just depends where you live here, though.
So Paul came and listened to or saw part of the show that I did on Saturday with Phil.
Yep.
I think we had a blast because it was just like everything that it was stuff that we don't normally ever get to talk about. It was fun. There was no pressure. We didn't have to worry about politics. We didn't have to do any of that bullshit. And it was actually quite enjoyable.
Did you completely, totally avoid any vaping subjects?
We didn't talk about vaping at all, other than
Nice.
to say that
Nice.
actually, no, we didn't even talk about vaping other than the fact that Phil doesn't get to talk about sci-fi because Demetrius calls him a geek on their program. So it was fun that we got to vent a little bit of the geek, and it was fun. I think it's going to be a semi-regular thing. Even if Phil can't do it, I can always scrounge up another geek to come on. And I'm sure if Paul wanted to do a Jerry Anderson show, we could talk about all the really cheesy Jerry Anderson sci-fi shows from the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, but the other thing that Phil brought up was I totally forgot the robot's name in not Capricorn 1, in what was it, the Farrah Fawcett movie. And he knew the name of the robot like that, snap of the fingers.
Oh, yeah,
Out comes the name of the robot, and I'm like, hang on a second.
Well, and that was one of the things is like we each have a different thing that we like a lot. And, I wasn't as big a Star. Well, when I was a kid, I was a huge Star Wars fan, and I didn't give a shit about Star Trek. And then when I got older, it was Star Trek: The Next Generation, and then there was a long dry period where there was no Star Wars anymore. So, but he's got all sorts of other fan stuff in there that I'm not covering, and so we got to cover a lot of different stuff. And I mentioned stuff that he didn't know, and he mentioned stuff that I didn't know, and he said he's watching. Actually, I brought up The Expanse, and he was like, "Oh, I'm going to watch that now." And he downloaded the audiobook for that Red Shirts book that I was talking about. He hasn't commented to me about whether or not he liked it or not, but there's a lot of different shit. We could do we could do a metal show. We could talk about music.
Ooh.
Oh, don't go there. Hell, you'd have people knocking at the door trying to get in. You'd have people in this community trying to get in on that show straight away.
We'll start with Men at Work.
Why
not?
The most famous Aussie band of all time, Midnight Oil.
Yeah. Correct. No, I'd put them up there. Oils.
ABBA.
No, Angels. The Angels. You then there's so many good Australian bands that don't get played.
I mean, AC/DC. I'm talking about the most famous bands internationally that are from Australia. Not the ones that are popular in Australia, because most people don't know who the Angels are. But Midnight Oil, everybody knows them. Men at Work, everybody knows them. AC/DC, everybody knows them.
The other one you'd have to mention in that would be Divinals. They toured a lot in the United States.
She died
recently. Yeah, Chrissy Amphlett. Yeah, I know. Died of the cancers.
Who else?
That was a shame.
Who else is from? Oh, what's the country guy? There's a country guy that's from Keith Urban. He's Australian.
Oh God, no! You can send him. Bee Gees originally were, yeah. Yep. Sure as hell.
I had my disco hat on.
Oh, I want to hear about this.
Are there pictures of you like in doing roller dancing?
No. No video.
And
No,
like sequined like bell bottoms and
bell bottoms, yes, not sequin. No,
goofy shirts.
no, they were jeans. I was a stoner. Happy 420 for anybody else that's new coming in.
Yeah. So I mean,
No, but I got sucked into disco too, of course. Kiss hit the "I was made for loving you, baby," and I was all in right then.
that's not even their first disco song.
Don't remind me.
God.
Loving you, baby.
Oh, Herman and the Hermits. Are they from Australia? I don't know.
I think someone might be right.
I don't know.
Ed's always right. It's a matter of how wrong he might be.
Don't ever, 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 ever
Ever? Not
say
once.
that Ed is always right, because now
To what degree of right?
of you saying that Ed is always right.
But there's a degree of right.
No, Manchester, out of the UK.
Where is the Bay City Rollers from?
UK.
You might as well. You're kind of like the UK. You're like UK Part 2. You do have Queen Elizabeth on your money, right?
Yeah, shame, but
So does Canada.
yep, part of the we were all part of the British Empire. We still are, but
See, Charlie McCracken, he knew where they were from.
yeah, Manchester.
Ed.
Well, Charlie's Australian as well.
I
You know,
know.
dickhead.
I like songs about driving trucks. I don't make a whole lot of bucks, but I know enough to know that disco sucks. That is Ed West. That is the best quote from Ed West ever.
See? Never wrong, and now he's got a quote. We've
That needs to go on a t-shirt.
We've solidified Ed. It's pretty
No,
sharp.
Ed's good people. He's good people. He's funny as hell.
Very sharp. I keep getting confused over who he is sometimes on Twitter when he changes his name. But
Oh yeah, well he's one of those. He thinks that the government's watching him, so he has to keep changing his name.
Oh, well, they probably are.
He's probably on some watch list somewhere.
I don't.
We probably all are by now.
Oh, I know. I'm already on one because I tried to import Cuban cigars like a decade ago, and I'm like the 300th box. They finally got me.
Chuck wagon in the wheels. Played at Ponderosa every Friday night.
You know what I was watching? Phil and I were talking about political correctness and during an aside on the Saturday show, and we started talking about Blazing Saddles and about how that movie would never get made today. And I had to turn around and watch Blazing Saddles, and I laughed so hard my ribs hurt. It was crazy.
Amen, Char.
Well,
they're watching.
They're definitely watching because the PMTAs ain't never going to happen.
Now they're laughing. Pretty much.
They'll accept a whole bunch of them, and then they'll just not read any of them. And then once you get you don't get your positive response within 12 calendar months.
Cash their check first.
That's the same thing as a rejection. And
but they're cashing the check, right?
Well, I mean, there's no actual fee to file for, or if there is, it's a very tiny fee.
Oh, I thought there was a fee as well.
The main expense is all the testing and all the other sundry bullshit that you have to do. And you know, the way it's written, if they don't respond within 12 months of receipt of that application, that's the same thing as a rejection.
I thought you had to pay up front. Okay.
No. As far as, I mean, I could be wrong on the fee structure, but pretty much, I mean, I was under the assumption that the vast majority of the expense of the PMTA was all of the testing, the you know, the all the other sundry bullshit is where all the expense lies. So yeah, dear, if you do, I'll break all of my rules and give you a hug the next time I see you. If you can fix it, I will break all of my boundary issues.
All? Don't sell fig.
What am I meant? What am I meant to be doing now?
Who you? Nobody said anything to you.
Bruni's
Hey,
here.
there's the Bruni. There's the Bruni.
Yeah.
The Bruni has
Oh,
arrived.
you can blame me for that one.
Yeah. So he said thank you. So Bruni, the reason you were tagged is because I said to Paul that you were the sanest Aussie I know.
And then
he said,
that's right. We all laughed.
What he just did. He just laughed out loud and almost fell out of his chair. I believe that you are the sanest Aussie I know. So if you're not the sanest Aussie I know and you want to be insane, you know where Paul lives. Maybe. I don't know.
No, nobody has my new address anymore. So, yeah.
That'll cut down on the stalkers. I actually think that it looks fine on YouTube on the TV.
Good. Ed said earlier it was lightning fast speed or something to that effect.
Yeah.
Faster than light.
He said YouTube speed is faster than light. I was just wondering about the lag, but then when I started calculating the fact that TV is on Wi-Fi, I really can't use that as a good measure of the speed.
Is it any faster or slower than the Facebook feed as opposed to us?
Well, no. I mean, you can't really. I can't judge on my own computer.
Okay.
When it comes to if I open a separate tab and look on the Facebook stream,
right,
it would have to be somebody else that's not on the same server. Yeah. But it's still. I mean, Paul calculated the other day down there in Australia, and it was only an 8-second delay or something like that. So
that's halfway around the world in the next day. That's fast. You're ahead of us again.
We're actually transmitting forward in space and time
tomorrow. What are the lottery numbers, Paul? Quick.
I gave them to Dave the other day when I had a phone conversation with him.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, but I actually think he might have got his new camper.
Mr. G?
A new camper?
Yeah, he's invited me to come and hang out on the shore with him, go fishing and drink beer.
So there's still social distancing rules in place.
I don't think Dave cares.
Yeah, we're actually gonna do a scene from Grumpy Old Men where we're sitting there at each end of an old couch.
Oh, good.
Drinking
You don't have
beer and fishing.
There's no acting then. Good.
Well, and I know that you guys are both old. So yeah, I mean that's perfectly that's very realistic.
Just let that scruff out a little bit. You'll be fine.
Yeah, he's no problem.
I'll grow my hair back then. Not a problem.
Why don't you guys invite Mr. Myers and take him with you?
He's another grumpy old man.
Just take him with you. I didn't say bring him back.
No, I understand. We'll give him a deal that he can't refuse, a pair of concrete boots.
No, you do like the Godfather's, when Fredo got it, out in the boat in the middle of the lake.
Yep.
Him and Dave are old friends.
Do that. We can do that.
Him and Dave are old friends.
So Paul, what is the COVID numbers like in Australia?
What currently? What deaths or outbreak numbers?
Both.
I think we've got about 70 dead.
Only 70?
That's
pretty good.
Yeah, but we've got 25 million, and the bulk of them actually came from the Ruby Princess, from the cruise ship that they docked here in Sydney.
Okay, so I'm looking here at the. Oh no, I hit Austria. Give me a second. That was
Austria.
Australia. Here we go.
It's up in the Alps. Yeah.
So that's you have 6,547 total deaths or total confirmed cases, and 67 according to the Johns Hopkins University numbers deaths.
Yeah.
That's pretty respectable. Let me look at Texas.
That's attributed to what, though, Paul? What is that attributed to?
What, low deaths or
both? Because you guys are so spread out.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was figuring.
Well, okay. Think about it for a minute. 26 million in the same land mass as North America.
Mm-hmm.
You got 300 million.
Right.
So 330. 330 million. Yeah. So but the majority of the cases, or 20 of the cases, have now come from the Ruby Princess after they allowed it to dock here in Sydney.
Right.
And now the government is in backpedaling mode to try and cover up what the fuck went on here. It's not even funny, because out of the 2,700 they disembarked, figures have come out that 900 actually had the virus when they disembarked.
That's that community spread, that person-to-person transmission that the Chinese said didn't exist.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting point, because we've also got New South Wales now, or the state that I live in. They're wanting to send schools back starting next week. Yet I don't agree with it for two reasons, because they're trying to say that children aren't that much of a carrier. Oh, yeah, well, think again.
That we know of.
Well, no, I mean,
Bullshit.
we know anybody can be a carrier.
Yeah, we know that.
Anyone.
Or anybody can be can have it and have no symptoms. I mean, that's essentially.
And carry it to the teacher and the janitor and
to the other kids that might have symptoms. They announced here all schools would be closed for the remainder of the school year, and hopefully could return to school in August.
Mm-hmm. Which I actually think is a smart thing.
Yeah, but if you say you were this, I mean, it wouldn't have mattered to kids. And they might want to do that. I really didn't want to go to graduation. I wanted to start my senior vacation early. But I got overruled because my mom was like, I've been putting up with you for 12 years of this bullshit. You're going. And then when I graduated college, it was the same thing. It's like, I'm not going to go. They can just mail me my diplomas. And she's like, oh, hells no.
I was the same when I was at university. I didn't go to one of my, two of my graduations. I just had them mailed.
Yeah, I
got time for that shit.
That didn't work out, so I got out.
I was working 7 days at that stage when I did my degree in equine. I couldn't go to the graduation. I was running a stable.
I was 14 years old and have never been unemployed in between.
I've been unemployed due to injury, if that counts.
Yeah, I was mowing yards and paying bills when I was 14. So, yeah, I've never been unemployed.
I was delivering newspapers.
Well, I never lived anywhere that had a paper boy.
Oh, we could say something to that one.
Yeah.
What was his name from that TV show? Herbert the Pervert? You sure about that?
Oh. American, not American, Family Guy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know what that just makes a really weird sound. Is the smoking rate high in Australia? Char wants to know.
if you want to listen to what the government's saying, they're saying it's around 10%, 10 to 11%. If you look at the lower socioeconomic regions of Australia, it's up to 40% in parts or in specific areas. The government here has been lying about the numbers for a number of years. We brought it to their attention and they said, well, we have factors in place for those regions, and we just laughed at them. The Indigenous communities have got a very, very, very high smoking rate, but areas in Australia, especially in the major cities that are low economic, they're astronomical.
Really, remember when we did the show with Dr. Glover?
Yes.
And I made that comment about the smoking rate being high amongst pretty much all of the First Nations people all over the world. And there was an Aussie in the chat room that was giving me shit because they were like, "That's not true," and I'm like, "Yeah, it is."
And I'd love to know. I'd love to know who that was. Actually, I'll go back and rewatch the show.
You have to go rewatch the show. I mean, it was a 4-hour show, but
like Bruni just said, there's a black market, and they're lying, and it's increased.
Well, it has now. It's the black market here in Australia, because Char, I'll give you an understanding of what the figures are like money wise. A packet of cigarettes here in Australia now is around 50 Australian dollars a packet, depending on the type of cigarette that you're smoking. So every 6 to 12 months, I'll up it by 12.5%. The black market here is astronomical. Absolutely astronomical.
And they're only tracking what they can see.
Well, you'll see those shows like Border Force and crap like that here in Australia, and they're showing like full 40-foot shipping containers full of illegal cigarettes. A week later, they're back on the street.
Right. And hello to Chris, to the Smoke Free Radio shit show. Chris Big Knowledge Scarlet.
You know, this is Costello's new friend.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, the black market.
I'm glad
over
to
there.
see that Ed actually has found a friend.
I won't tell him he's always right then, just in case. Just in case.
Well, I mean, usually black market cigarettes are cheaper than the ones in the C stores. Obviously, there's a reason that people want to buy them on the black market and versus buying them in the C store, just because they're cheaper. It's like New York has a multi-billion-dollar cigarette black market in just New York City alone.
Well, I'd like to see the figures, because New York is still a port city from my understanding, so obviously they're being shipped in from somewhere.
They're being trucked in from neighboring states.
Well,
I have friends.
There's another way.
I have friends in Massachusetts who say, right on Facebook, running up to New Hampshire for a package run, and it's either booze or cigarettes or both, because they don't have the tax, you know.
Well, back when I was a smoker, I would import cigarettes from Sweden, and the reason that the federal government doesn't like that is because there's no little sticker on the bottom of the package.
Yeah, well,
and they don't get their tax stamp.
Point taken.
They don't like that, do they?
No, you take away their tax money, they're gonna be pissed, and that's how it's redonkulous. I mean, the whole point, the whole reason is because, for example, New York borders New Jersey, it borders Pennsylvania. A pack of cigarettes in Pennsylvania may only cost $8 a pack. Is literally an hour and a half, 2-hour drive from New York City to Philadelphia to buy cigarettes. And if you do it once a month and you go and you buy 2 cartons or whatever, you're saving hundreds of dollars. Because New York City, I think maybe $15 to $20 a pack versus like $7 or $8 a pack. And here in Texas, cigarettes are like $4.50 a pack.
Wow.
So I mean, yeah, there's a significant difference. I mean, the vast majority, the vast portion of your cigarette cost is the state tax, because the federal tax.
We've just got to find Como's or Kumo or whatever you want to call the dickhead. We've just got to find his Cayman Islands account. We'll empty that, send the tax back.
Well, what's really funny though is all of the videos, because I don't watch CNN, but people tag me and post all the time that have like video clips of the 2 Cuomos on CNN, and it's just like, dude, all they're doing is bitching and moaning and airing their sibling rivalry.
They're sisters
at each other on national TV, and I'm like, if I was the governor of fucking New York, I would not be letting my little brother try to embarrass me on national TV. I'd be like, I'm going to go to a fucking different host. I'm going to go to a different show. I'm not going to be on your show anymore. Because right in the middle of a serious conversation, the little one, the CNN one, will start bringing up, well, you need to call your mom every once in a while.
Mom likes me better.
Mom, and you're like, dude, really? And he's like, oh, when we were kids, you were an asshole. And you're like, right in the middle of a serious conversation about like COVID and shit.
It's like watching the Surgeon General. It's exactly like watching the Surgeon General.
Well, he is a petulant child.
I saw that, Mike.
Mike, I made sure that he plugged everything in before we went live.
We had chord class earlier.
Mike was unrelenting.
He was unrelenting. I laughed at everyone. Yeah, Saturday. I think it was Saturday morning. Sunday too. I think he got one or two.
Yeah, I even shared one on your timeline. One of his posts, but yeah,
I let it go through. I ain't scared of you.
Yeah,
didn't bother me a bit.
And no, that see now, Mike says, "Holy cow!" I heard Kevin.
Yep.
Now, to put that into context, we did a show last Friday, and I kept saying to Kevin, "Your audio sucks, bro," and he's like, "It's not letting me pick my microphone on the panel here," and like, I'm gonna reinstall this browser and see if the browser will change. Blah 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 blah. So we do the whole show with like all the in the background, and it was annoying as hell.
You're welcome.
I didn't even share the audio from that show as a podcast because it's that embarrassing. And anyway, so we're sitting there after hours, like trying to work this out. And, I invite Mike Peterson in, and the first thing out of Mike's mouth, as soon as Mike didn't even have to say anything, Kevin like leans forward and starts looking at shit. And he's like, oh, I guess it would work if I plugged it in. And that's when Mike came into the thing.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate your help.
So then, obviously, we had to burn poor Kevin's ass for 2 days about this not plugging shit in thing.
Yeah, I'm okay. It's all right.
I think Paul showed up later on in that conversation as well.
Yes, I think he did.
Yeah,
because he called me dickhead.
Yeah.
Because he was in the bed.
This is a male jack.
This is the height of laziness. It's like sitting in his bed. What time is it in Australia right now? It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that.
12:30.
12:30.
Okay, so I was close. And he's still laying in the fucking bed.
It's all right. He's allowed.
What a slack bastard.
Yeah,
I'm on lockdown, dickhead.
When I was on lockdown, I didn't lay in bed all day. I had a broken leg and still didn't lay in bed all day.
Are you off parole?
No.
No.
He'll never get off parole this time.
Probably not. I'm going to be on house. No, I have to go. I have to work. They wouldn't stand by and not let me work. My patients would rebel. You don't want a bunch of like 70 to 104-year-old ladies chasing you and screaming and trying to threaten to hit you with a cane. No. Now, Leanna, to be perfectly honest with this, it's not everybody is a dickhead with Paul. It's just that Paul is a dickhead, and everybody else acknowledges it.
He rarely calls me that though. He tells you to that, but he doesn't tell me that.
See, I can't highlight this comment though because it uses a word that I was told never to use.
Ever?
Well, did you see it? There's a word there that
the glance word, right? Yeah.
We can never use that word.
Or is that Jerry?
American males can never use that word.
I've used it a time or two,
but not to a woman. I bet you.
No.
Yeah.
It's a term of endearment here in Australia.
Yeah.
I understand that, but 99% of our people are Americans. How much is your fine for being caught out?
Oh,
none, 0.
I thought
Texas never got locked down. We never had mandatory stay at home. All the things that you would go out for.
Didn't we have $1,000 in a few places though?
Oh no, there were some places there. Even I think I saw that
up to
the new rule in New York is you have to have a mask with you, and if the police come and you're within 6 feet of someone, you can be cited.
Except if your name is Cuomo or Kumquat.
Kumquat.
Yep. He wasn't wearing a mask.
I know, Liana. I know. I do it all the time. I don't have a problem with it.
Never mind. I was going to say something very painful right there, but I won't.
Cigarettes are fags in the UK.
Friend.
Yeah.
That took a little...
They're still called that here in Australia as well.
Are they? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a term. It's no big deal.
Yeah. What did it say? That will make a good video to watch. What are you talking about, Bruni?
Which one, Bruni?
I don't know. So I'm asking.
What, me with my...
I've used the C word many a time.
So Paul is going to go buy some cinder blocks and a couple planks, and he'll make a desk. That's what we used to do in college.
No.
Not on purpose.
I just go to the furniture store and pick out one, and they deliver it. That's what I do.
Fuck off.
This one, the new one that's over here that has my standing set up on, when I go see the doctor on Friday, he says I don't have to wear the thing anymore, and I can actually start using my leg better. I will be doing the standing up show.
Oh, so have you got a knee brace still on?
Yes, until Friday. And then probably he'll take an X-ray and say, you're old and your bones aren't healing good. You need to wear the brace a little bit longer. I'm going to smack him upside the head.
Why? Some of them are actually really cool. I've got a collection of them.
I do too, but I don't know if it's, I don't have the one. My work one is over there. I have a camouflage non-joy. And then the one that's here is the Bauer Fiend Bionic Knee.
Now look, you brought James into this, so
if we pick on James too much, he'll cry.
Was James plugged in this morning? Could everyone hear him properly?
I'm assuming that he was plugged in.
I was betting that he would be. I was making sure.
Mike, just for that comment, I'm going to send you my best IKEA memes that I have. And yep, they'll be fuck attached to every single one of them.
Hey, those Swedish guys know how to make furniture, man.
Oh, bullshit.
It's laminate and MDF, and it's awesome.
It's like a big puzzle. You mean IKEA?
Yeah.
Yeah, the big puzzle.
Yeah.
I've had a couple.
When they released that dresser that was geared for children's bedrooms, and there's a whole documentary on on Netflix. There's a series of documentaries, and there was it was the same series that had the vaping one that was on a while ago. And they were showing about IKEA basically killing like a couple hundred kids because they knew that this dresser was a tip over hazard.
Yanking forward.
And several kids got killed, and they knew beforehand, waited for it to go out, and waited for a couple kids to get killed, and then they initially just offered everybody that had bought one like a kit so that you could bolt it to the wall.
Oh, this is like the Pinto story.
This is actually the biggest recall in the history of consumer products.
Not even Pinto?
Literally millions of this dresser out in the world.
Wow.
And eventually they recalled all of them, but they still said there's probably about 400,000 of these things out in the wild still. Crazy shit.
Well,
and see, I already told you, James is already crying. Look.
James, your mic was plugged in. You'll never have the same problems.
I've actually never seen James at an event or anywhere where he wasn't crying. He didn't cry at least once.
I haven't seen him cry in person ever.
No drop bears.
Bruni's in charge of those tonight.
Yep.
What's the lizard? What's the Australian lizard?
Which one?
Well, the one that runs on its hind legs. You always see on the videos.
Oh,
that's Bruni.
Oh, the bit.
No, there's one that's got a G.
No, bearded dragon.
What's the one that's a G? There's a G.
Bearded dragon.
That's not G. Like the first letter is.
No, it's a bearded dragon.
Well, I know what a bearded dragon is. They sell them here in the pet stores.
I want an Aussie for a pet.
You can have Paul. He's looking for a sugar daddy.
I'm going fishing now.
Goanna. See?
Goanna.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
That's what Bruni
Goanna.
Charlie said a frilled neck lizard.
I used to know a girl named Joanna.
Oh God, here we go.
Frilled neck lizard.
See, we got all these Aussies in the room.
They're very dangerous people. I can tell.
Charlie and Paul are all Aussies.
We're becoming outnumbered.
They're like Britain Part 2.
They're just as smart though.
I'll bring more in.
The fucking Botany Bay.
Oh, did you say bot?
No. That's it.
Bunch of criminals and
convicts. Mike wants to know, was your Joanna a bearded dragon too?
No, that was my ex.
Yeah. Poor Ed wants to
Crocodile Dundee.
You want Paul Hogan brought in?
What was like a couple years ago there was a commercial, and it had I can't even remember the redneck's name. It was like an American actor, and he was the whole thing is it made you think that they were doing a sequel to Crocodile Dundee, and he was like Crocodile Dundee's long lost son. And then at the end, it turned out to be like a Coca-Cola commercial or something.
Yeah, I remember that. That was stupid.
It was, but yeah, it was. Oh, burn to it.
Burn to IT.
I have no idea.
It seems to speed up and slow down.
What, the stream?
Yeah.
It might.
It's interesting.
It might.
I'm wondering if everyone getting on the servers, because a couple of people have been testing this out on YouTube now. Put
Really?
another shrimp on the barbie. No, Charlie, fuck off. They're prawns, dickhead.
Prawns.
I like the chat.
The chat's funny, dickhead.
It's like being in Worcester. Maybe I'm on Australia.
That's funny. Okay.
Okay, now that seems weird.
It is weird.
That's funny. Okay.
So on here, Kevin's voice sounds pretty normal, good volume. On the YouTube feed, he is a little quieter, but Paul is still as loud as ever.
There, how's that?
Well, you sounded okay here before, so it was only on that.
Weird.
That's all right.
It's working.
It looks good.
Sweet.
I'm pleased. Pleased.
Oh, it is Paul's ex.
Oh. Oh, wow. Nothing better than a tasty king prawn. I'm thinking he meant tasty.
No, Tasmanian king prawns. Tasmanian. Oh, beautiful. Cold water.
To eat?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
See, Paul can't be lagging. It can't just be Paul.
No.
Because we're not sitting here waiting for him to respond.
No, not lagging at all, actually.
He's a day ahead of us.
Yeah.
Your video,
I'm in the fit.
Your video it doesn't look choppy or anything on the feed over here.
No.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm quite surprised because looking at how much this is pulling, and this is web based, it's nowhere near as much as Zoom pulls. Zoom, if you're in a shitty connection, Zoom will pull a lot more resources to try and make up for it. This doesn't pull anything.
Now, when I tried to go live to Facebook, for example, from Zoom, there's always like a 30, 40, even a minute long like process, even longer sometimes, before it'll actually start streaming. I have this this initiated YouTube and Facebook instantaneously. There was no, I hit go live and it was live.
And there's no garble in between us.
Well, the audio processing, I think on this is much smoother.
Way
for sure.
smooth, yeah.
It was clipping a lot when I would be talking, and then if Kevin or Fig tried to interrupt me or start speaking over the top of me, there was a lot of clipping, and it doesn't do that.
Yeah. Way too much.
Yeah. So
this is clean, very clean.
Yeah, and I'm glad you finally acknowledged that I look good and sound great. Thank you, James. Yeah,
he's the sexiest man in vape. What are you talking about?
You say that to everybody that's in vaping.
Well, that's true. That's
true. This time it's James.
Yeah, but he was voted that way. I didn't even vote that.
If your ball-headed Florida guy was in here, you'd be saying, "Oh, the fog basters here," or whatever.
I'm pretty fond of Nick, or Demetrius, or yeah.
But yeah, you're just gay for all these guys. Because as soon as they come in, you're like, "Oh, my favorite person ever is in the room."
See, he was talking about me.
I'm gonna ban James Jarvis. Let's see.
Well, let's stress test this thing and get a whole bunch of us in here. Let's do a Brady Bunch show.
No. My new rule is there will only be 4 people maximum in the room at one time. Period. Regardless.
I was joking.
What is it? 6 anyway, isn't it?
It only lets me go to 6, I think. But yeah, the days of having 5 or 6 people in the chat or in the video at one time is over with. It's annoying. It's hard to keep track of. And then people do end up stomping on each other when they're trying to talk. So it's better for sure when you limit the number of people on screen at one time. And luckily, I can do shit like this and just remove people and then bring them back if I want to. I can get rid of Kevin if I love the power, man.
I'm all right with that. I don't care. I'll just start a new show with James.
Oh, fucking here we go.
I'll even let you use Smoke Free Radio if you want.
I know.
I've offered.
I heard tell.
Yeah, I've offered. As long as it's not when I'm going to be on, or when Kevin's going to be on, or when Demetrius doesn't even use it anymore.
Oh, here we go.
Or Mike.
Bruni's now saying that James is going to run for state rep. Oh, God.
Couldn't be any worse than anybody they already got in Ohio.
No.
I'd say it'd actually be better in some ways.
Well, I'm sure it would be better in some ways, but, obviously every politician has their favorite thing, and every politician protects whatever their favorite thing is. So we just need a whole bunch of politicians that we need to get them hooked on vaping. If vaping was as addictive as they said it is, all we need to do is force, give them, like the heroin dealers used to do, shoot people up and then make them addicted, and then they'll come, they'll do everything for you.
Here, try this.
Yeah, first one's free.
We had a doctor in the UK do that a while back. I forget who it was. I had a doctor email me, and he was never smoking, never vaping. He said he was going to try the nicotine, and I'm not sure why he told me, other than he had read one of my blogs, and he's never answered me since the initial thing, so I don't know what happened.
You hurt his feelings.
I was even better than I was with Dr. Glover, with him on email.
I don't know, man. I don't trust you.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, the reason
the three of you were like church mice.
We're like little
That was
schoolgirls.
funny as hell.
Way over there where he's at.
Oh, there he is.
Now, here's the thing.
Good night, James.
Now you've got two men in the chat room that you have a crush on.
Good night, James. Hi, Demi.
Oh, drop James like a bad habit. You just kicked his bitch ass to the curb.
That is
because Demetrius came in.
That is hilarious.
You know that Demetrius
that is hilarious.
Somebody told him. Paul said he's not wearing pants tonight, though.
I never wear pants.
Never. Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Just up here fucking around testing out the software, and then see we already got you in trouble, Kevin.
Look how that works. So the doctor said he's going to try the nicotine. He's going to see if it's addictive, and he's going to let me know, but he would not let me use his name. And then he never emailed me back.
You hurt James Jarvis's feelings, and he's going to be crying now.
He's only 50 miles away. I'll console him.
I mean,
I'll come up to Columbus.
You done broke his heart.
What?
Just because you're
hang on.
As soon as we get this social distancing shit over with.
Kevin's doing booty calls.
Booty calls. Oh my God. And if he runs for office, his wife would divorce him.
Oh, I can see the scandal now. If James runs for in politics now, this video is going to resurface. You're never going to get to be president now, James.
Oh my God.
I did not have sex with that man.
And then they'll confuse Demi's comment with mine.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Now I got a feeling we're going to be in a book.
I've believe that we're already in the book.
I can't wait for that book.
But I'm hoping that it's never anything to be bad.
Right now, I only know of one excerpt of that book, and I'm sure that's going to be in there.
Kevin, I think it's a mutual love thing between you and Demetrius, though, because I did watch the. I think it was the Smoker Show, or it may have been the interview show that he did. It was one of his last two shows, and he kept praising how you and he were the first people to call the Surgeon General out on the masks, and he gave you credit, like glowing reviews about vaping it on Twitter, repeatedly.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Because we need to fire the Surgeon General. I don't give
You
a
actually
fuck.
should listen. I mean, Kevin, you should listen to the other shows that we distribute on this network.
I do on occasion. I do.
Periodically.
The Fire the SG thing. I used Fire SG year and a half ago during the epidemic.
Well, we were actually using it for Azar, or not for Azar, for the other one. What's his name?
For Gottlieb.
Murphy.
Yeah.
We used Fire the SG for Murphy.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
I mean,
but actually, Demetrius was the first one with Fire the SG, and I think it was 2016 for him.
I don't. How long has he been there? He's been there since Trump was president.
Murphy.
Oh yeah, Murphy. I don't know who started it, but we were using it then. So it's not a brand new hashtag. It's just that
it's inherited,
and we're probably going to use it again. Vivek Murthy, we got him canned, and I'm gonna say we got him canned. Whether we did or didn't, we're still gonna claim that shit. And it looks like with that article that Jerome is now in the doghouse.
Good. He needs to shut his trap.
But for how long is he going to be in the doghouse? That's the question.
And who's going to replace him?
Trump doesn't let people stay in the doghouse very long. He kicks them out of the doghouse. If he puts them in the doghouse, they got to do something really good.
Right now, he's on a leash. Right at the moment, he's on his leash.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but okay? Next question is who's controlling that leash, Kevin?
I don't know. What I do know is when Trump said we got to get rid of those vaping things or whatever he tweeted. Azar came out of that meeting within seconds, or if he wasn't even off the property yet, he tweeted, we're going to finalize the plans to ban flavors. So that was something that was premeditated, decided upon, and then moved upon, and then tweeted.
See, I actually think that Azar is a political animal. Yeah. I don't think they had any sort of plans or anything written up or any processes ready. I think he came out and gave them a soundbite is what I think he did. I don't think they're nowhere near ready.
I think it was already written.
I don't think it was written at all. And I mean, we've never seen an actual written document that shows it because they backtracked on that shit really fast. But yeah, I actually think that I think he's just like Trump. He's going to get out there and impress his big daddy and say things to make him happy and then shuffle his feet when it comes time to actually fulfill his obligation. I don't think that they ever had anything drafted. I think they did. I just, from what I've seen Azar get up there and say, where he says, we have this ready to go. And then 6, 8, 10 months later, it still isn't ready to go. And it's not just on this, it's on drug approvals. It's on all sorts of processes that they've drugged their feet on.
That's true.
I just literally think he went up there to say stuff to make people happy.
You might change my mind that way.
Knowing that it wasn't going to go anywhere. Just get up there to say stuff to make the reporters happy and get a headline.
Just to piss me off.
Just to get a headline. Because that's all they care about. Yeah. Seeing their name in print and being in the headlines.
On the news.
Yeah. That's all they care about.
Yeah. True. It changed.
Could
he
have been the sacrificial lamb though?
Huh?
I don't think Azar will be. I think Jerry may be. I don't think Azar will be. He's been in there too long.
Really?
He's been in there so long.
I think Leanne is in some sort of weird time zone because like she just said hello Fig Ramsey and Fig's been gone for like ever.
No, Fig reappeared.
Oh.
Jordan's now here as well.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go. We got the whole crew.
Comment. If they don't make a comment, I don't know they're there.
They're still
You
wondering.
can actually see them. No, you can see them pop up.
They're
But
still
it
wondering.
was
I don't have a Facebook window
Yeah.
open, I'm only using the broadcaster.
okay. But Kevin, it was you, myself, and David that actually called exactly where Scotty Too Hottie was going to end up after his job.
Yeah. I remember that.
We called it.
And there he is. He still thinks he's actually working for the FDA, though.
Well, I believe
Nobody's told him.
I can pull up all the recordings that I said on this show, like a full 9 months to a year before he was gone, that he was going to be at Pfizer and American Enterprise Institute on this show. And guess where he's at?
Yeah, Pfizer.
And
we
the
were
Institute.
Yeah, we were tossing up between either GSK or Pfizer, and it was Pfizer.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I even have a graphic from one of the shows where it has the Pfizer logo and his face. Yeah, he's at the American Enterprise Institute as well.
Yeah. Which
No
is,
comment.
Which I really like because that's where Michelle Minton works. But
I was going to say somebody else is there, but I can't remember who.
I don't always get what I want.
But you don't work for the government. That's why. Let's see. That's how that works. Hi, Jordan.
It just popped up. Yeah, see, I don't get to see that. So we have 3 viewers. Oh, I like this though. It does. If I click on the little eyeball icon up here on the screen, it tells me how many people are watching on YouTube and how many people are watching on Smoke Free Radio. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
I like that. I'm finding out new things about this stuff that I like every time I click on it.
I think there's a lot more features to this than we know yet.
Well, I mean, I bought it like Friday afternoon, did a show on Friday evening, then did a show on Saturday, and then just now sat down to start. Well, not just now, a couple hours ago, just sat down to play with it and test more. So yeah, I mean, there might be some more stuff. You know, when you create the show, there may be even more settings at that point when you're generating the initial show that you can edit. I don't think so, but there could be. So, I mean, this is not designed the same way. I mean, this is specifically designed to be a streaming app or streaming. I mean, this program, this thing is designed specifically to stream. Zoom is a meeting-based thing that just so happens to have an add-on or a feature that lets you stream.
Yeah.
But this is designed specifically for that.
And you got the cool graphics and you got the cool ticker.
Right. So, you know, the difference is that Zoom is a meeting app that allows for collaboration between multiple people. Yeah. Whereas this is a streamer that is designed to have a host and guests. And it doesn't have all of the features that Zoom has.
And what's the problem with getting Jerry in here? He just won't answer you or what?
He never responds to any of your invitations or my invitations.
Every fucking week. I'm going to ask him every week till he's gone. I'll ask him when he's gone.
Yeah. Hey, now that you're not in government service, come on our show and finally admit to all the collaboration and bullshit that you did when you were when you were the ESG. Come on.
Oh.
And I don't feel one bit bad. Not 1 second.
You're gonna need bail money for that one, Kevin.
Giving comfort to the enemy. Come on. We call that collaboration. Come on.
I'll just take Dave's.
Is there actually money in the bail fund?
It's like it keeps floating back and forth because other people start getting in trouble, and then I donate it over that way. It's like $18. I don't know.
$18 ain't gonna be enough. Not for bail.
That's my point.
That won't even buy a bottle of whiskey.
No.
I mean, we did get an offer.
Not even a bad bottle of
We
whiskey.
did get an offer from Canada to supply us with whiskey.
I love that.
And he didn't put any limits on his offer.
That's true. That's
He
true.
didn't.
Let's take the offer.
I don't know. Shipping booze to Australia is going to be expensive.
Well, you and Fig will drink it for him.
That's true.
So there you go.
No comment.
And then there's an exchange rate, and it gets all messy, Paul. Don't worry about it.
And
Well,
what is the currency in Australia? Is it the dollarette? Oh no, that's Canada.
It's crazy.
no, we're under. You might as well say Australia's under rupees at the moment. It's useless.
Could be as bad. I mean, when I was in Russia in like 1991,
Rubles.
dollar to ruble was like, you go in with like $20 and you're like a millionaire in Russia.
Yeah.
Back then,
Yeah, I know.
it was crazy. You could stay in like a 5-star hotel for like $20 a night. It was crazy.
It's getting that way here in Australia. We went from mid 70s down to we hit 59 at one stage against the greenback. Now we're back at about 65, I think. We're clawing back, but it's still useless.
That's almost as bad as the
Back in
Philippines. Actually, that's worse than the Philippines. No. You're 65, you said?
Yeah.
Philippines is like 51, 52 to $1. So
Yeah. Well, in the 80s, in the 80s when I first started traveling to the US, we could get $1.20 US for $1 Australian back then.
Oh my God.
I have the power.
You're not Luke Skywalker.
No. I have the power.
He's Obi-Wan.
No, that's Fig. That's Obi-Wan.
Big Obi-Wan, all right.
No, Fig's Yoda.
What am I, Jabba?
No, you're Salacious Crumb.
I don't even know who that is.
That's Jabba's pet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's okay.
no comment.
I don't mind.
You didn't know he had a name, did you?
I watched the first.
the little screeching creature that was on a chain.
I don't even know. Was he on the Star
Rihanna's-
Wars?
You know, he's in it.
Yeah.
He's in Jedi.
I watched Star Wars when it came out by force, and not no pun. That literally, I had to go with other people because they were all fruitcakes, nuts, just crazy people. And I watched it, and I actually enjoyed it. And then I've never seen anything of their series ever since. Never, because it's not for me. That's all.
Now, how old are you?
52.
So you're literally only like
I'm just a baby.
4 years older than me, and like you couldn't have aged out of Star Wars. That would have been, you were actually prime Star Wars material.
I was 11, 12, 11. I don't know.
Prime Star Wars
You-
material.
78, 79,
No, you're 2 years older than me, so you would have been 10
10,
or 11.
67, December 67. So
I mean,
I don't
my brother
I don't know
was
when it came out, 77, 78.
he was too like he was too cool to be Star Wars when it first came out.
Yeah.
Because he was a little bit older.
Gotcha. So I was
But-
prime age. Okay. I got
Your
you.
prime age. I mean, most people that are your age are like, when they were kids, at least, were Star Wars fanatics.
I was already smoking pot by then.
damaged.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why.
It damaged your brain.
Probably. All the nicotine.
Oh, rubbish.
All that nicotine.
This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs.
This is what you end up.
Let me redo this.
That's how you end up.
This is your brain.
Yep.
This is your brain on drugs.
No comment.
Oh well, I think it worked. I'm liking this. I'm glad that it's streaming to both platforms pretty smoothly.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, there's literally one video on my YouTube channel, but if people want to be able to watch from their couch, they can. I mean,
yeah.
And it's not like I had to put any effort into it really. So, Fig says that watching on mobile kind of sucks. Are you watching on your phone YouTube app, or are you watching on Facebook on the mobile app?
Can't like comments on his phone.
I don't know what Figgy's up to, but
he's
causing mischief.
He's taking a break from apparently my Iron Fist. I don't know.
No, you can't like comments on his phone. I can. Yeah, okay. It might be an Apple thing. I don't know.
I've never had
try on your tablet, Fig.
Here, let me open my phone and see if I can
grown
on my phone. I'll find one of my comments that I can like.
Tap on the comment.
Yeah. But I've always been able to like comments on a live video before, so I shouldn't have any problem now because
You have to rub it, make it bigger.
well, I had to.
Well, who had? Hang on. Someone had 9 inches before, and the rest of you had 15 inches. So what's going on there?
Well, Big left.
Right. Oh. Someone had 9 inches before.
Wow.
Time on 9 inches.
So I could watch replays on my TV.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bruni said tap the comment once, then the like and refresh.
Well, I'm the host. It's not letting me because I'm the host. I have to log in as myself.
Oh.
Works through the app. Okay, so Charles saying it works one way.
I refuse to use my phone for this process, period. I don't like it anyway.
See, Leanna says it's working, Fig. I think you're just challenged.
Ed says he's got a 9-inch tongue. All right, Simmons.
Me too, Fig. I don't like these app bullshit stories.
Yeah.
I can't type. I can't spell. Nope.
You remember
And you don't
rock and roll? What?
and you don't plug things in.
That's right. Plus, it's not plugged in. That's right.
It's been so long since he's been able to plug anything in. It's like shooting pool with a piece of rope. But
Boom, boom, boom.
Done.
See,
Done.
Now you got to explain it again. I fucked up Friday's show and I wasn't plugged in correctly. It was on my camera. Now I know I'm plugged in correctly.
now it's working. You sound better. There's no in the background.
No. What about the tapping?
That's still pretty prevalent if you tap.
All right. I'll try. I'll try to behave.
I have to, like, in the future, like if I'm wanting to go over here and do stuff, I'm gonna to mute myself before I go over here to type something, because if you're listening to the recordings later on, you're hearing and I'm like, damn, I typed pretty hard.
That's what you hear when I'm doing it.
But I'm really close to my microphone. The keyboard is so. If I'm going to go and do a custom ticker or banner or something at the time, I need to mute and do it and then bring it up. But it's
So
just
what?
it's all mechanics now. It's just getting used to this.
Yep.
I think it's really cool though. I like it.
Yep. Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you can actually highlight and then highlight one of the speakers and make them full screen.
Yeah.
The other two are completely disappeared. So they're actually focusing on one point.
And
Right.
the screenshots too.
And being able to pull comments directly in from both feeds.
Right. That was the other thing I was
That's
hoping that it integrated. I mean, obviously there's literally nobody making comments on the YouTube right now, but when you
No.
were in there testing it out, it worked. It
Mm.
was there. Yeah.
works perfectly.
Yeah. So
It's pretty neat.
I mean, it's not perfect. It does have problems, but I think the benefit outweighs the problems.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yep.
But
I'm in.
yeah. Okay. Well, thanks, guys.
Yep.
The test
Awesome.
was successful. Everything seems to be pretty good. I'm going to delete this after a little while anyway. This is just a test. I don't want it to live forever on Facebook, but
No.
I appreciate everybody came in and playing with us during our little test and having fun with our picking on Kevin and picking on Paul and
Just keep that part for any presidential runs that James might do.
oh, I'm going to download it for sure,
Mm.
just so that I can play
Yeah.
your embarrassment as well.
Yeah, that's funny.
When
That's funny.
Demetrius came in,
Yeah. Figgy, Dimmy, and James.
Yep.
That was funny. And by the way, if you've got a touchscreen laptop, it also works. All the features and functions work.
Okay.
I'm testing that out.
ooh, rub it.
I didn't think of that.
Well, my laptop
Yeah,
is a touchscreen, so
I got enough.
yeah.
I got enough problems with plugging in my mic, so
that is true.
there you go. That's all I need.
Well,
True, it's true.
Sweet guys.
I don't have problems plugging things in.
Well, thanks, everybody. We're gonna go now.
See you guys.
Bye bye.
See ya.